All right. Welcome, everybody. Let's go ahead and begin. Build a Kartra affiliate army. I had made a kind of a oh, we got to mute. I thought we muted everybody. It's interesting how this unmutes.
So where's the line?
So
sometimes when people come in here,
they unmute themselves.
Yeah.
One second, guys. Can you unmute? Can you mute everybody, Robin?
I'm gonna try that. Yeah. Give me a second.
Yeah, I muted everybody, so it's interesting. It happens quite often when we have large groups.
Okay, I just muted everybody and.
Okay, real good. All right. Okay, so hopefully you guys were able to watch the kind of the pre-show video that I shared last week. If not, I will hit some of those things again. But welcome here. Looking forward to meeting a lot of you. I've enjoyed the little short conversations that I've had with many of you. Glad you guys could make it. Build a Kartra affiliate army. This, is just the beginning of a process that will continue to support and will evolve as we go forward. But here's the crux of it. So members of Kartra can create funnels, and a lot of you know some of this stuff. I'm going to start with some of the fundamental stuff just so everybody can be caught up, and then we can get into the juicy details and start discussing ideas here after I run through some things. But members of Kartra can create funnels that attract different audiences and lead them into purchase Kartra. That's affiliate marketing. And what's cool is Kartra has the marketplace where you can park your funnels and others could either purchase those, and there's other ways we could talk about how you might be incentivized to create funnels that others could use to generate affiliate commissions and to help grow Kartra. Now, those who are unable to create such funnels, maybe you're not feeling that your funnel making powers are developed enough, you're fairly new to the process or what have you, or maybe you just don't have time, you'd be able to use those other funnels that others have created to promote to your own lists, to increase your cash flow, or to advertise to, and generate Kartra commissions, as well as other commissions possibly that might be offered in that funnel, and we'll talk more about that. So those of you who are in a position to create these kinds of funnels, either you already possess those superpowers, or you feel that you're ready to grow into developing those superpowers, you could sell your funnel on the Kartra marketplace, or you could offer them for free. And I don't know, I'm fairly new to Kartra. I'm not new to affiliate marketing and creating marketing funnels, but I'm fairly new to Kartra, and I'm not sure if you can, and that's part of this collaboration, like I'll be learning a lot from you guys too. I'm not sure if you can offer a funnel for free in the Kartra marketplace. I'm assuming you could, but
yeah, you can. You can charge for it, or
so great. So we'll get into the details of that. But the point here, just big picture stuff for now, there would be an incentive even to offer your funnel for free in the Kartra marketplace if you have products built into that funnel, and if other people are promoting them and you're paying them an affiliate commission when sales are made on those products, there's a benefit for them, there's a benefit for you. It can generate significant cash flow for some that may be in a cash flow crunch, still getting their businesses going and their funnels going, or maybe just launched one, but they still have a lot of work to do to incrementally improve it and learn how that works, or get their ad campaigns going, or maybe they want extra cash flow to start an ad campaign and have more to work with. So there's a lot of incentives that are available to somebody who wants to create a funnel or move in that direction, even if you're offering it for free, if you want to build in other offers. So here's the marketplace. A lot of you are familiar with it. When I look at it, just quick look, it's very, something jumps out at me right away. And that is, there really isn't a culture here yet that is aligned with what I'm talking about. There's lots of different niches covered here. And as the marketplace grows, it's going to be, a large enough audience to be able to support that. But here early, Kartra is still very young, like 14 months old, just over a year old. It's going to be very important that in addition to these kinds of topics that we see materializing there, that we create inroads for people to learn about Kartra. And it's not always an obvious thing. Like, for example, ClickFunnels that does this very well. They've been around for 5 years. We're going to look at some of their examples that we can kind of model and get ideas off of. But for example, Russell Brunson has a book on, how network marketers can use funnels to grow their business. Like he's targeting network marketers with that particular funnel. I've seen others lead with a funnel that says, how you can grow your gym, using online marketing, and it leads into selling ClickFunnels. So there's lots of these types of niche target audiences that we can build funnels for, and we can offer those funnels in this marketplace. And we'll talk more about how that can be really, really valuable to you if you're able to build funnels, or if you want to grow into being able to create funnels, but also very valuable if you're not in a position to create funnels like that, to be able to use such funnels to generate affiliate commissions with Kartra. And as the word gets out, it's going to be quite an advantage for those that were here early. And I won't explain why. For those that are in business and understand growth and affiliate marketing, it will be obvious to you. Huge advantages for those that are here early that start to get their links out there and start to participate in something like this, because Kartra does have the superior model. So we're also going to be, in addition to talking about that, and we'll talk about ideas today, and we'll continue to evolve that and try to support you guys in the development of all this. We're also going to be collaborating to, pass on ideas to Kartra. And Jennifer Daniels here to support us in developing out Kartra's affiliate program. They're very open to suggestions and developing that. Obviously, we need to give them time to implement ideas, to consider things and so forth, but it's something they're very open to. And with Kartra providing the premier online platform, it is definitely a very robust, powerful system. I was mentioning this, and I just want to underscore, we have a really big opportunity to help spread the word and to grow recurring affiliate commissions. And this is just a snapshot of, it's not a lot, but we're at the earned amount of affiliate commissions already over $1,300 with Kartra. And I know that's not much yet. But for some of you, I know that would be a big help for like launching a advertising campaign or helping you offset business expenses. And again, in our case, we haven't even started promoting Kartra. We did let some people know about it, but we haven't launched any funnel or anything for it yet. We're building funnels. I'm kind of going to pass on to you some of the ideas that we're implementing to help us start to grow Kartra. But this is just to show you, like, it's real money. It can be significant. I have a very serious goal of generating at least 6 figures a year with Kartra affiliate commissions. And of course, that's just side income on top of everything else. And when you understand marketing funnels and you approach it correctly, even if you are selling recipes like healthy paleo diet recipes or whatever you're selling, even if it seems really far off, from the topic of marketing and being able to get affiliate commissions marketing Kartra, what you have to understand is the economy is changing so fast and jobs are being displaced so fast. And it's even getting to the point where college degrees are not considered very valuable anymore, and that's going to continue. And the economy is going to get weirder and weirder as we go. A lot of you are familiar with that, maybe some of you not as much, but that's a fact. And as it gets more and more turbulent, opportunities arise, and in that, more and more people will become open to opportunities that they never were before. So I know a lot of you don't yet quite see just how early you are to the internet. You think like it's been around a while, but honestly, we are here very, very early. And the concept of funnels and everything that Kartra has put together is still very, very new in the world. And so even if you're, giving paleo diet recipes or something completely different, or you teach fitness, understand that there is a huge opportunity for you to tap into some of the things that we're talking about as a side thing, because you are going to become and are already very, very valuable to a whole giant market of people out there that will be looking for new opportunities to enter online as the economy becomes more turbulent, as what used to work and old paradigms start to break down. So it's just started. A lot of the opportunity that we see evolving, and you guys have huge opportunities, even if you haven't thought about it that way. So our aim today and going forward, this is going to be the start of a process that will evolve. We're going to discuss ideas for funnels, different concepts, like different things that we can bounce ideas around each other on. and free offers that would lead people into funnels that could be created. We're going to have a structure for discussing and passing on good ideas to Kartra to support and improve the affiliate program. And we might want to discuss a little bit today, what that might look like, and find a way to continue the conversation, to support people in developing their funnel ideas, or to help people figure out, how do they promote this and how do they generate affiliate commissions with Kartra to their audience if their audience seems to be something very, very different from this topic of marketing and building a business and using a tool like Kartra. So I know I covered some of this in a video that many of you saw, kind of as the pre-game show before this call we did, but I do want to go over this because I know not everybody saw that, which is just kind of like preliminary. I know it's elementary for many of you, but really important information. And it doesn't hurt for even those of you who are more advanced, I think, to be reminded of keeping the main thing, because we often get lost in the details when we get really fixated and focused on problems that we're solving in our funnel development or our business every day, and we can lose sight of the bigger picture. So let me just run through this really quickly, and then we're going to get to opening up the collaboration. And I do really look forward to meeting you guys and hearing your thoughts on this stuff. But I just want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to understand and keep up and follow and be in the right paradigm with what our goals are. By the way, if you guys hear like table saws and stuff, I've got contractors downstairs, so I apologize if the mic's picking that up. Okay, so this is just a basic structure of a funnel that I'm going to show you real quick. You got your lead capture page. I know a lot of you know this stuff, but I've got to hit this. And emphasizing that cash flow is the king. I mean, cash flow is key. And I think this is where a lot of people lose sight of what's going on. They'll put their funnel together and then they'll say, well, I'm not making any money. What am I doing wrong? It's like, well, the whole paradigm needs to be different. Like when you first build a funnel and you turn it on, you should not expect it to produce a bunch of cash flow. There's a process there. And just getting your funnel up for the first time is the first step. And if it sounds daunting or overwhelming, you need to keep it in perspective. Compared to what? Like you can literally write your own ticket. It's the most tangible, concrete way to create whatever amount of income you want to in so many different niches that you can basically choose where you want to put your focus and what you want to do. But you do have to be mature about it. And a lot of people romanticize it, and it's just silly sometimes what people's expectations are. Like compare it to, getting a job, becoming a medical doctor, how many years you have to go to school, how much does that cost, how much can you make, and to realize that you can take a funnel in almost any niche and you have a tangible, once you understand the process, which is the key, which is why I'm going over the fundamentals at least here. Once you understand the process, you literally can just incrementally increase how much you're earning up to the point of making what a doctor and a doctorate degree would give you at some of the highest levels, but with a freedom lifestyle. So keep that all in perspective. When I talk about what it really takes, it is still far less than any other business or any other option out there in terms of cost or time. And I think a lot of people, they just kind of lose sight of perspective. So lead capture page is the first part of a funnel. That looks like this. These little envelopes just signify you've got auto emails going out, which this next slide shows. So you got these someone enters their email address on a lead capture page. Again, I know a lot of you know this, but we need to cover the basics on our first call here. And then we got our auto emails that start going out that are providing value around the topic that you're offering. And of course, those need to lead to offers, ways for you to cash flow. After they enter their email, they land on what we call a landing page. People call it different things. I call it a landing page, basically just saying, here's what you wanted. Here's how you can go get it. We often tell them to go get it in their email, but you could give it to them right here. And then, you could put a sales offer right there, either on that landing page or a button to a landing page. Some people have different opinions about that. Some people want to wait. That's something for you to test in your funnel. But that's the basic structure of a marketing funnel system. And the whole idea is you're able to automate. And of course, Kartra takes it to an incredible place where they call it BAM, Behavioral Adaptive Marketing, where you can literally have different auto emails going out, different sequences, different offers, show different offers or different videos to people depending on what they did, depending on whether they clicked on a certain link or landed on a certain page or watched a certain video for a certain amount of time. And that's where it gets really, really interesting, because you can literally target each individual lead almost as if you were personally like watching their behavior and watching what they're doing. So you're personalizing it to each person, but it's all automated. It's really incredible. So again, looking at the big picture and trying, my attempt here is to get people to really understand, like when we're talking about funnels and we're talking about creating affiliate commissions with Kartra, like even if you thought that, or you can't figure out how does that fit in with what your plan was, like, cause you're teaching how to like bake cakes or whatever. I want you to really just start thinking about the whole process differently, because adding the Kartra affiliate program into your plan and into figuring out how to introduce it to your list so it does make sense at the right time and so forth can mean a world of difference in whether you make it or don't make it, or whether you thrive or just struggle. So you really want to think about everything in terms of cash flow. You really want to think about, okay, don't get too attached to what you want to sell. Don't get too attached. Don't get so attached to what you're selling and what your offers are that you lose sight of the fact that you do need to generate cash flow, and you want to look for logical ways to be able to build that in. And there's, as I said earlier, there's so much transition going on. There's going to be so many people looking to the online space that no matter what you're marketing, if you have a list and you have a relationship with that list, there'll be the right time to be able to introduce the Kartra affiliate program to increase cash flow for you and to let people know about this amazing tool. Okay, so here's how I want you to start thinking about your funnel. Instead of thinking about selling what you want to sell, obviously that's a part of it, but that's the key. That's a part of it. What you're really doing is you're designing a funnel to cover your marketing costs so you can grow. Like, that's how you want to approach it. If that means adding in other affiliate programs or whatever that someone else created around your topic up at the front of your funnel, then that's what you do. The whole thing is about designing a funnel to cover your marketing costs so you can grow your list. That's the main point first. Second, it's to design a funnel. You're adding more offers. You're incrementally improving things by watching split testing and stuff. Your second goal is to cover all of your business expenses plus your current living expenses. Now you've got freedom. And then your third goal is that freedom lifestyle. You keep building in more offers. They can be affiliate offers. They can be your own offers. You just keep adding more and more and more, incrementally increasing what that funnel generates. So when you generate a lead, the question is, how much do you generate in sales on average per lead over a 30-day, a 60-day, a 90-day, or 180-day period? So a lead enters your funnel, and after 30 days, how much did you make from that lead? So let's say you generate 100 leads and only one of them purchases a $1,000 product. You can figure out in a 30-day period, then you know that each lead is worth $10 because you produced 100 leads, and on average, 1 out of 100 purchases, and you will start to find these consistent statistics if you're watching for them and you understand that over time, this is what you're aiming to do. And then it becomes really tangible and concrete, and the overwhelm and the confusion and the fear and the wondering when it's going to work all starts to just fade away, and you start to just focus on facts and on data, and it's as easy as walking down the street to hit your goal. You start to realize, oh, my average cost per lead is this, and when I get 1% of them are purchasing this $1,000 product, so I get $1,000. My lead value is in that case $10, because you got 100 leads producing $1,000, so that's $10. And if your leads cost $5, you're profiting $5 per lead that you generate. Now you can start to write your ticket. So you subtract the cost per lead, look at how much you're making per lead, and you aim to break even. Ideally, you're aiming to do that in the first 30 days. Of a lead entering your funnel, not the first 30 days from when you begin building your funnel. So again, this is like the utopia. And then once you reach that utopia, the next level is you aim to be in profit within 90 days of a lead entering your funnel. So at first, you're just trying to break even on your marketing costs after 90 days of someone entering your funnel, because you're offering more offers as they're in the funnel longer through the follow-up emails and so forth and special promotions that go out. You can actually start being in profit. And you can decide what these benchmark goals are, but this is how you want to think about your funnel. And you just add more offers to increase your lead value. They can be affiliate offers, or they can be your own offers. So this is a snapshot of just one of our funnels. Somebody enters a lead capture page, they start getting the auto emails. We deliver the free product. Depending on what they do, how long they watch a video and so forth, we put them into a special promo, and we start selling stuff to them, stuff that we know they'll be interested based on what, the free offer that they entered into. And after, if that offer expires, I get a different offer. And if that expires, I get a different offer, and there's different auto email sequences. But the point is, the more offers we build into this over time, the more money we're generating. And the other point is, we're constantly looking at how we're doing. Like, of the number of, you got to look at these stats you don't just build your funnel and like be upset if it's not making you money yet. Like, it doesn't work that way at all. You build your funnel, and then that's really when your work begins. And again, if you think that sounds daunting, you're just not keeping things in perspective. Like, compared to what? Like, there is no other thing where you can write your own ticket and have a tangible path to do it. And have a freedom lifestyle that's in it. It's absolutely incredible. And so any ideas of anything being daunting or overwhelming, throw that away, because compared to anything else in the world, you can't do something so easily in terms of writing your own ticket. This is incredible. You got to keep it in perspective. So when you build your funnel, that's just day one. Then you're looking at, okay, what are my stats? What are my percentages of people that hit this page that are actually opting in? And, if they're, you continually improve it through split testing. You have two different options. And it's just really amazing how, like, sequentially, tangibly easy it is to just step by step incrementally improve what you earn. So by adding offers and by split testing. So here's a more robust one. We just market one lead cap. This is one we're still building. You mark this red arrow shows we got one lead capture page, but by adding all these different things, or adding in these different offers, all from just marketing this one thing, we have all these offers automatically going out. And actually down here, this PP stands for another offer that actually has a whole bunch, and this is a whole nother funnel that they get entered into that has a whole bunch of other offers. So the point is, we're increasing our lead value by building in more offers. That takes time, but there's no such thing as a bad funnel. The point is, if you don't like what your funnel is returning, you just incrementally improve each section of it, and you add more offers until you're making exactly what you want to make. And again, affiliate marketing allows you to do that. Now let's look at what Russell Brunson's doing over at ClickFunnels, because I like Russell. He's a great guy. And, I think he's doing like 27 million a month or something. I don't know what it is in terms of revenue. They're doing, exceptionally well. They have like 27,000, paying members. They're doing exceptionally well, but it's not because they have the best platform, not at all. Now, they've been around for 5 years, so they had a jump in the market. But Kartra definitely has a far better platform, which is why I'm using Kartra. Now, one thing that Russell has done that makes his business model really effective for him is he's built all these different offers, these different funnels for his affiliates to promote, and he's had 5 years to do it. Again, Kartra is just a little over a year old. So he's basically taken it upon himself with his team to build these funnels that people can promote. And you can see, just like what I was just sharing with you, this one's the network marketing one. So it's obviously targeting network marketers. So when you hear me say audience, when we're like collaborating ideas, bouncing ideas around, we'll talk about different audiences we might want to reach out to. Obviously, Network Marketing Secrets is very obviously marketing to the audience of network marketers. Now, Russell's there. I don't think Russell's ever been in network marketing, as far as I know. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think he's even ever been in network marketing, and yet it says Russell Brunson's Network Marketing Secrets, which is really funny if he's really never been in network marketing. But nonetheless, he's just targeting that audience. And maybe he has been. Someone can correct me on that. But he's targeting that audience, and you can, if you're his affiliate with him, you promote that thing, and then he's showing all the different money you make because he has all these offers built in. So this is what I mean by here's the opportunity for us. Kartra's got a far better product. I would say ClickFunnels had first movers advantage in the market, but it's famous that second movers advantage is often the bigger advantage. Just look at Google and Yahoo. Yahoo had the advantage. Google came in and just blew them away because it's very difficult to change your technology.
Apple did too, Apple computers.
yeah, it's very difficult to change your technology once you have the platform. It's arguable that Apple might have came out around the same time or even before the PC, but then the PC dominated, but then they came back, which is why you might think they had second movers, but depends how far back you go. They have an interesting history, Microsoft and Apple. But nonetheless, there are many examples where second movers advantage is huge, and I think Kartra is in that position. Now, you guys that are here now early, whether you're able to make funnels or just, on the side, plug in to funnels that are being created, like I'm talking about, and generate Kartra affiliate commissions, it's a huge opportunity because there's going to be a point where there's explosive growth with Kartra. I mean, you have people over there making $1 million a year in affiliate commissions, and I believe that there's people that could be on this call right now that may one day be making $1 million a year with Kartra affiliate commissions. I set a low, what I consider a low conservative goal of $100,000 a year with Kartra commissions. And then when you factor on top of that Kartra has this marketplace, and here early, for those of you who can develop funnels, you park those there. I mean, as Kartra grows and expands and you build a reputation of having a really effective funnel for helping people generate affiliate commissions, and you start putting and adding some related products in that funnel that the affiliates marketing that funnel are also selling. And it doesn't take much of a vision to be able to see how you could do extraordinarily well. So that's what this collaboration is all about, is, basically doing what Russell talks about, is looking at some of the funnels he's created and reverse engineer them. And we don't copy them, but we can model them or certainly get ideas from them. I'm not going to go over this. He's showing how much you would earn. It's just, you market one thing and there's all these different offers in them. That's what you can do. You can create funnels like this as well. And I certainly will be as well. In fact, we already are. I didn't design mine with Kartra's marketplace in mind. And I don't know, I probably will change something about the ones that I put in the cart. I don't know. I got to think about that. That's, what I'm still kind of mulling over. We're still developing out some of our recent funnels, and I hadn't found Kartra. We started developing them. So we very well could. We're going to be doing this too, like right alongside with you guys. And we haven't started yet developing funnels specifically for Kartra. This is kind of like, day one for us as well to start thinking about that. But it's very obvious that the opportunities here is huge. And if we work together, I think we can create something really special. Here's just another one. Like, he has all these different ones. This one says the perfect webinar. I don't think I would want to create an offer around the webinar, but some of you might, just because it's been played so much. But, like he says, like, why be unique? I have a tendency to want to be unique, which has its advantages in the marketplace. Russell's the opposite. He says, just go copy what works. So maybe one of you would want to, create like something that models this kind of a funnel. Here's something that's interesting. I wouldn't do anything like this, but it shows you how creative you can be. Another one of his funnels just says marketing in your car. I mean, you can basically just pull stuff out of the air, out of your imagination and put it out there. And then you lead and you provide value. I mean, this kind of works for him probably because he has, big names. So people, might just be checking it out for that reason. Typically, this wouldn't be considered a very effective offer.
Well, it attracts a lot of people who have jobs and who their only time is in between driving to work.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's attracting people.
Yeah, I didn't even hit. Yeah, so it's targeting people. Yeah, so it's actually genius. He's targeting people that are stuck in their car that want to learn marketing, want to do marketing. And I don't know what he's teaching them there, but you basically just create new connections and associations. That's how marketing is, guys. You just create new realities by making it up. And as long as it's something people can actually apply and you make it tangible, then it becomes very, very valuable in the marketplace. But these are just examples. And as we bounce ideas off each other, I think we can create endless that high value ideas for different lead-ins that any of you could develop, run with. You can take your time on it. It doesn't matter. There's going to be plenty of time to be able to do this, to be able to take part in this. Like I say, the market's massive, beyond what I think anyone really understands, and it's going to continue to grow and compound as the years go on. So you guys are in a really special spot because of this marketplace. There's this incredible opportunity, incredible potential to be able to park your funnels here and build a reputation, help other people in the community out who maybe can't don't have the time to build a funnel like this, help them start making commissions maybe with other products that you build into it, as well as affiliate commissions with Kartra. It's really, really powerful. So our aim today and going forward, discuss ideas for funnels and free offers that you or others might want to create. So we'll open this up, and feel free to type. Robin, I haven't looked at the chat just as I'm going over all this, but we'll check in with that, and we can open this up. You guys can raise your hand or what have you, and we can start to discuss this. But I'd love to get ideas for funnels, and I'll help kick this off if we need to, but maybe you guys are just oozing with ideas. You might be way ahead of me on some of this stuff. Have a structure for discussing and passing on good ideas to Kartra to support or improve the affiliate program, and find a way to continue the conversation to support people in developing their funnel ideas, or to help. I don't want to get into helping with the technical stuff. There's a lot of support in that in the group already. I don't know if the group is the appropriate place to have this discussion. If there's a better place, I don't know. I'll let you guys, pose ideas. I don't know that we'll even make a decision on that today. Just try to use Kartra's group, and then if I just don't know if that's the best or not. Maybe we'll just do it on calls like this. I just don't know, but maybe you guys will have some ideas, or to help people figure out how to promote Kartra to their audience. Because I know some of you have different audiences. Like I say, you might have a recipe business, teaching people like fitness recipes or health recipes. And you might be wondering, it might be an ongoing discussion that you need. How do you introduce this into what you're doing and have it make sense to your audience? So there'll be lots of support along those lines. So
one thing I just
start. Yeah, go ahead, Robin.
One thing. So there's two comments, two questions from people who I don't know who they are. But one thing that I do want to mention for those of you who are new, who may not have had experience like we have, or some of you have, building systems or funnels or online products and selling and generating 7 figures. If you haven't had that kind of experience and you're kind of scratching your head, well, like, wow, Mike, that sounds really great, but I'm still new to Kartra and I need to understand how it works. What Mike is saying is that regardless of how you use Kartra to sell whatever it is you're going to sell, if you create a very simple way to lead people into Kartra as the affiliate system, as the affiliate product, where you're leading people to sell Kartra under you as a JV broker, it allows you to develop out a steady flow of cash flow, whether it's just a little bit or a lot, to be able to have the time freedom to focus more on learning how to improve your own funnel system. And so for those of you who are new, Layla had said, I need to learn more first about what's available in Kartra. So regardless of like how you're using Kartra to sell whatever you want, what Mike is saying, which is maybe you came in late, but that's why he addressed the cash flow formula and the cash flow system, to generate cash flow first so you have the time freedom to figure that out. And so, Mike, someone did come in and mention a few things about, he said, Mike Mocino says an affiliate marketing funnel to promote Kartra's affiliate program and affiliate marketing training is what he wants. And that's what obviously Russell had created. And then Martin came in and said Russell had a great podcast lately where he explained that he'll be the category king for funnels and the Me Too software will be able to keep up. Is Kartra just another funnel software? Could it be the leader of a new category? So
let's have that discussion. Can you go ahead and unmute Mike? Mike, if you're in a place that we can connect, let's connect with you. And who made that last comment? I'd like to talk with him as well.
Mike Mocino and Martin Bodecker. So
let's start with Mike real quick.
Okay, let me, Mike.
I had a question for Mike.
Yeah. Let's see. Mike and Mike.
Are you there, Mike?
There's Mike.
Hey, Mike.
You're cutting in and out a little bit, but I think it's going to work. So my question to you is, when you wrote an affiliate marketing funnel to promote Kartra's affiliate program and affiliate marketing training, did you mean like you would hope somebody would create that, or that you would like to create that?
That's a great question. Well, I never created such a funnel, but I'm willing to work with the team to create one. I see potential in it. I'm not sure if you guys have any other suggestions, but I think as a baseline, having a funnel that teaches other people affiliate marketing, that could be useful to jumpstart the
Absolutely.
Kartra affiliate program.
Absolutely.
I noticed ClickFunnels doing it well with their affiliate bootcamp. So something similar to that, where we teach people what is affiliate marketing and how can we promote it, Kartra, and almost like a money-making opportunity in the sense, but at the same time, we want to focus on training, giving value. But I feel like that could be something successful. And I'm willing to work with you guys to make it happen. So
awesome. Yeah. And absolutely, like something that targets people who already know about affiliate marketing or who want to learn and get into affiliate marketing would obviously be one very huge audience that you could reach out to. Yes. So yeah, definitely. And so my big question now is, where is it best? And maybe Jenny can give us some ideas, like Jenny, if you think, is Jenny still here? Jennifer, Robin?
Yes, she is here.
So I don't know, Jennifer, if you're in a place to talk, we'll go ahead and unmute you. But if you're not able to talk, you can be silent. If you're in a place you can't talk, but Robin, if you could unmute her, I was just going to ask her a question about.
Done.
Hey, Jenny, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, welcome. So for those that don't know, Jennifer is Kartra's affiliate manager. Is that your official title?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. So she's here to help continually evolve and improve Kartra's affiliate program and help you guys. And I see that she was generous with her email address and handed out her email address on the chat box. You guys can see that, and said that you can contact her and discuss any ideas you have. So really available, really, really awesome. So Jenny, I was just curious, I want to be able to continue this conversation. Do you think we should just try to do that in the Kartra Facebook group? I don't want to take over that group with this topic is my only concern.
We have a Kartra affiliate group.
Okay. Perfect.
I think you and Robin, you may be in there. I think I've accepted you. If not, we'll get you in there. But we can actually move that over to them.
Perfect.
That way we're not saturating Kartra itself, which is good to post in there, especially if it's, broad topics or whatever. But the affiliates, just to throw ideas out there and stuff, that way you're not actually overtaking that one. We can move it to there.
Perfect. Excellent. Okay, good. So that's what we'll do. That solves that. Perfect.
I'll get you the link now so y'all can have it.
Yeah. So
okay, great.
Excellent. And it looks like, hey there, Pat Shanks. I used to work with Pat years and years ago, and just seeing him here in Kartra, I'm not surprised. He was a marketing funnel enthusiast like I was in the early days.
So Jenny, just one question, because I didn't know there was an affiliate group, and another guy, Chris, said, how do we get into the group? So how can we improve that process so that when someone learns about the I guess that's part of the funnel, right, Mike, where we tell people here are the steps, get involved, get into the Facebook group. We need a series of organized steps.
Well, we don't have anything like that in place yet, but this is just, you mean just as far as how do we let people know who want to be part of the collaboration that we discuss it in the Kartra affiliate group? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm saying in the conversation of creating a marketing funnel that leads JV brokers, that leads affiliates, we should definitely make it clear that there are ways for them to get involved, like joining the Facebook group, which I'm excited there is one, but I didn't know about. So I think organizing that in steps would be key within a funnel to let people know that exists for them to be involved.
What I do is when I accept an affiliate, and this is when I go through the approval process and everything, what I do is I have it in the actual welcome email. When they sign up, it's also embedded in my emails. If I ever email out, it's embedded in any support tickets that I have that goes out. That way they kind of can see what social media we actually do have, and they can connect that way. So
Perfect.
that's been doing it. If I'm sending something out, then they obviously get it at that time too.
It's probably getting lost because there's other stuff that, when we get involved, it's we're looking for maybe other things to get started. So maybe it's it's maybe a follow-up email that could be sent out in the system. Like when someone comes in that funnel, it's like, hey, by the way, did you join this group? Like clear, like plain, like real simple, one button leading them in. That's kind of what I'm envisioning. Because to me, I mean, I would have joined it, but I didn't. I missed it.
No, you're in there. It's the Genesis Partners group. It's basically Webinar Jam and Kartra, all of the affiliates in one. We don't actually have one just for Kartra itself. So you're actually
okay.
And it's called the Genesis Digital Partners group.
So I think one of my questions, now I know which group you're talking about. One of my questions is I didn't, like Mike and I, you know, and probably some of the guys here, some of the ladies here, maybe not intimidated, but like unsure of how to communicate because it says Genesis, and we're like, well, how do we engage in that process when it's like full force, let's compete with ClickFunnels, let's get this affiliate thing up, you know, the show on the road. So how do you suggest that we, as Mike said, kind of lay that so that we don't take over the conversation, or that's not an issue? Like Genesis wants to see us kind of go full force and see us have that kind of heavy conversation.
Yeah, we would want to see full force, you know what I mean? So Webinar Jam and EverWebinar is also in there. So just so you know that we could still go full force, which I would recommend doing, especially if this is how we're going to push it. So this way, you know, we can all collaborate together and be on the same board.
Awesome. Perfect. So that's where we'll continue this conversation, everybody. We'll still have more conversation today. I just wanted, that's cool that we already solved that. So we'll be doing it in the affiliate group, the Genesis affiliate group. Now, am I able to invite somebody to that group? Like, let's say somebody in my group who's a JV partner, or what if somebody isn't a JV partner yet, but they want to be? Do they need to become a JV partner first before we get them in that group?
We recommend it. But if they want to see what it's all about, you can recommend them to us, and then you know what I mean?
Okay.
That it is kind of closed group.
Oh yeah, no, that works.
Yeah,
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. And then if they are a JV partner already with Kartra, how do we send them to the group if they're not in there already?
If they're not in there already, then I'll make a post in the regular Kartra group, and that way they can join it. And if they see it that way, or if you get in touch with somebody that's not, then you can go ahead and send them the actual Facebook link, or you can let me know. However.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll continue the conversation there, and
maybe put it in the pin post in the Kartra official group, like in the pin post, have a link, say, hey, if you're a JV broker or an affiliate for Kartra.
That would be cool. Is that possible?
That might be possible.
You might be concerned, though, that like random people in droves are going to be trying to get in there, and I could see how that would be a problem.
Right. I'll take care of the pin post and stuff like that.
Okay.
Cool. All right. I just unmuted Martin. Martin had some good comments as well. So I don't know, Martin, if you want to chime in here.
Yeah, sure. Like, what were you referring to? Like when I was talking about the category leader?
Well, when Mike mentioned to start the conversation of those to lead us into having a streamlined affiliate campaign that could.
Yeah, no, I see a couple of Martin's posts. First, Martin, you had said ClickFunnels was not first. There was Infusionsoft, Optimized Press, and others. Yeah, I mean, they weren't first. I would say I was even before them. I came out with a system. It just wasn't very good. But I think ClickFunnels was the first to make it simpler, much simpler, and yet more robust. I don't know. I kind of put it in its own category, but you're right. There were plenty of earlier versions of various forms. The other thing that you had said was Russell had a great podcast episode lately where he explained that he'll be category king for funnels, and no Me Too software will be able to keep up. So by that, you're saying that like his whole business model, you feel, is by creating all of this content for the affiliates to promote with, he feels that puts them in a number one position. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah, totally. Like I think he said in that podcast, like he will own like 90% of the of the market, more or less, like just like Google does compared to Bing. And I think like he's it's so successful, and he's so successful because he's just putting himself out there and building his kind of personality, and that's something that a lot of people can relate to. And in terms of now when we're talking about affiliate marketing, I think he did a great job, like with his the dream car contest and getting real incentives to people to sign up to be an affiliate for ClickFunnels, even though like it's not as complete as Kartra, for example.
Yeah, and I don't mean to knock Russell in any way. You know, what I know of him is he's a great guy, and he's clearly a genius at what he does. But at the same time, I will definitely say this market is so huge. I highly doubt that he's going to be able to reach, 90% of the market as more competition comes in. Because, for example, I never wanted to use ClickFunnels. I was one of the early adopters of marketing funnels. I was one of the earliest people to teach marketing funnels in the industry, and I did everything I could to resist joining ClickFunnels. And I could talk about why, but I think just the fast, instead of that, just the fast answer is it's not going to resonate with everybody. The culture and everything else, and the marketing style and that's the way it is. Like with everything, Robin also.
I tested it two different times, building systems.
We wanted to use it. We wanted to like it, but we just couldn't get ourselves to.
It wasn't my style.
So we're not going to be the only ones, and maybe we only represent 10% of the market, but I don't think so. And I think you guys are kind of a testament to the fact that there's a much larger audience. But here's what I'm proposing, and the history will tell, or I should say, the future will tell once it becomes history, if we're right or not. But because of Kartra's major advantages as a platform and price point with those advantages, and because they have a marketplace, there's the potential here for many people to rise up and really do in many different ways with many different personalities what Russell is doing at ClickFunnels. And it's hard for me to believe that he's going to be able to keep up with, let's say 100, 200, 300 people as this grows, that are basically, doing what he's teaching. He teaches to take a funnel that works and reverse engineer it. And so any funnel that he does that's successful, anyone in this group, according to Russell's own teaching, can easily reverse engineer. It's going to be really, really hard as this grows for him to compete with all that. But I mean, the market's so big. The market is so humongous, and it's going to continue to grow that it doesn't even matter. Like even 10% of the market would be massive.
That's absolutely right. But one thing I'm missing with Kartra, and maybe Jennifer Daniel can answer on that, is like what's the vision with Kartra moving forward? Because somebody in this chat said like, Andy and Frank Kern on something should be the front face of Kartra. And like, I always wanna, like, I've been a user of Kartra since Mike Filsame gave me access to the alpha version. And but I always wonder like what's the vision behind Kartra and going forward. And that's something I still do not really understand. Like, I mean, it's a technically really great platform, and I think it's the best in the market, but I have no idea what the vision of the company besides having a great technical platform.
I'll let Jennifer respond, but I would just say, looking at the marketplace that's there, I think we can know that a big part of the vision, by the way, this was something that I was trying to build years ago, and after millions spent, gave up. But Kartra's done a phenomenal job of what I was trying to do with their marketplace. And because of that history that I had with it, looking at that marketplace, I would say at least a big part of their vision is they're providing a platform where many leaders can step up and partake in the rewards of creating funnels for others to use, kind of as we talked about today. I think that's a big part of their vision, so that they don't individually take that on. I think that their vision is that would put them in a stronger position. Time will tell, but I believe that's part of their vision. But Jennifer, maybe you can respond with more detail.
I don't see Oh, Jenny's here. I was just going to say, I was just going to say the same thing. Let me unmute Jenny again. She was muted, so I don't know if she can chat. Trying to unmute her.
Okay, thank you. I was about to say I was muted. That's pretty much the actual vision. And so it's so much more. Kartra is expanding every day to a bunch of different business owners, and the vision keeps growing just tremendously, especially like we've talked about with fitness and the health industry, and just the person who actually sells items online to the person who just wants to be a virtual assistant or a consulting agency. And it's growing so rapidly that the visions change while the market changes too. And with the marketplace, the way it's being built out is just an unlimited income for everybody that joins.
Well, and I also want to say before you guys went into the details, when we look at personality, because some of the people, Mike chiming in here and Jenny, they were like, well, there needs to be a personality and a face behind the brand. And, I'm somebody who's helped people create brands and personalities. And what Mike is saying is true. And what Jenny is reiterating is that Kartra is trying to empower the people to come forward and speak from their own unique experiences and come forward with their own unique personalities, which is basically what Russell is doing, but Russell's louder than everybody else. So his personality shines through beyond the shadows, beyond the mountains, because he's coming out, louder than anyone else. But the thing that his super affiliates are doing is, like Mike said, they're literally copycatting everything he's doing. And the people that have generated 7 figures have literally created that book model, that book funnel, and literally just modeled exactly what he did, used the same exact funnel, just put their photo in it and their LCP, their lead capture form in it, literally copycatting it. And Kartra's model is more of like a nuanced approach, which is why I think most of you guys like it more, because you're allowed to come through, you're allowed to find your voice, you're allowed to figure out, well, what is it that my strengths allow me to put forward and generate income with. But I know the problem is that we can run out of time, we can run out of money, we can run out of energy, and in order to get ourselves to utilize the value and the platform that Kartra has with the automation tools, we do need to personalize it. And so what Mike and I and Jenny, what we're trying to accomplish is to create some kind of a marketing funnel that allows all of us to be able to put our own unique strengths and personality into it, so that Kartra speaks for itself, and that you all can offer bonuses, right, Mike? Like, isn't the power like to offer bonuses and, value outside so that people will want to join their Kartra affiliate promos?
Yeah. So let's get back to the main discussion, which is ideas for funnels that those of you who are capable of creating funnels or who want to grow into becoming capable of creating such funnels can provide in the marketplace to have other affiliates here promote. And in so doing, you can put in other products just like Russell is doing, so that when those affiliates are selling them, then they grow. Layla said, are you looking for ideas? I'm not really looking for ideas. I just want to provide kind of a platform for people to be able to discuss and collaborate. So no, I mean, I've got plenty of my own ideas. I gave some of them. Mine are going to be in the video that I made before this call. So, so let's focus on that for a little bit, just for those that want to bounce those ideas around. Mike had shared like affiliate marketing type stuff, and that's really where my focus is going to be. I'm going to be creating, things along the affiliate marketing arena. So for example, how do you use a funnel to build a network marketing business? I mean, that's where my background was many, many years ago, pre 15 years ago. So that would be one that I might want to focus on. Or just speaking to those that have been authors and coaches or have created courses but haven't been successful, for example, with ClickFunnels, with developing their own funnels that have been successful selling the products that they've created. I'd like to create products that speak to them. And when it leads them in, not only is it selling products that I've created to help them with branding, to help them with messaging, to help them with product ideas or better product development, help them with their development of their marketing funnel, but also that leads them into Kartra. So those are just some of the ideas that I'm working on. But I just want to provide a platform and a continued support network for those of you that want it, who want to be a part of, this process of creating funnels that other people could market here to sell your products, but also to grow the Kartra community.
Ed's online. Did you want to repeat what you said and add a little bit more specific to your comment?
Hopefully you guys can hear me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, who's this?
Eddie Soto. Yes, online. Been on for about 15 years.
All right.
New to this with Kartra. Excited about the platform. Excited about the process. Excited about the conversation that's taking place today. What I see is clarity in Kartra features and functions to create not just a differentiation from the existing products out there, but how to showcase best the USP, unique sales position or proposition, to those that are kicking tires surrounding Kartra.
Absolutely. That was also one of the angles I was going to take, which is the most common, which is just selling Kartra straight up, having a Kartra funnel. So for example, when people are coming through my other funnel, which might be speaking, I talked about like coaches who've struggled, or authors, or people who've created courses but not done well, or people who used to do blogging but they never got their blog off the ground. I'll be speaking to them about, okay, here's what it takes to actually leverage the internet to be successful. After they're in that funnel for a little while, I'll say, hey, learn about like the most powerful tool to help you build your business. You don't need to have necessarily a website. Maybe you've heard about these other tools out there, Infusionsoft, ClickFunnels, et cetera. Find out how Kartra is better, and they can enter in, and they can, it's exactly that. They can learn about all the pros and cons. Basically a Kartra specific funnel, like the front end is featuring the benefits and advantages that Kartra provides on the front end.
And also what inspired me.
I just wanted to make sure, Robin, is that what you meant, Eddie?
Yes, that's along that same line. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
Also,
and guys, I just want you to know, like, we're not competing with each other by creating, like 8 people could create such a funnel. And I might end up wanting to use yours over mine, because it does better. So, don't think that just because one person created one, that means you can't. It doesn't work like that at all.
What I think that ClickFunnels did early on is they got a handful of people like Eddie involved who were willing to go on YouTube and talk about the features and have a great headline that literally spoke about a specific feature that people wanted. And people walked you through it before I even knew how to log into ClickFunnels or what ClickFunnels was. I remember seeing a video that discussed a feature that I was scratching my head like, oh, wouldn't it be great to add this to my platform? And so when I was doing a YouTube search, one of the keywords I used, it popped up a ClickFunnels video that showed me and walked me through a feature inside. So those are the types of things that will also lead and attract people in. And there was a comment from Layla around niching it out, speaking to specific groups of people. So kind of combining that as well as going on YouTube and speaking about literally specific features that Kartra provides, and then linking into, which Mike is saying, the funnel.
Can I chime in on this for a second, since we're right here at this?
Yeah.
We, not only now, okay, and this is from everybody from A to Z, we created affiliate links going towards a specific feature that we actually do have. It's all in your starter package. So if you go into your My Affiliate promos, so if you're going to YouTube and you're going to speak on, let's say, videos, there's an actual link for Kartra for videos itself that you can actually chime in and put in there instead of just using your main affiliate link now. So they're all exactly there.
That's awesome. So it's kind of, it's specific to features that are highlighted that we can address in our promo videos.
Exactly. Yes.
So cool. Okay. Does anyone else want to comment and speak?
Well, I just want to address what Gregory's saying. He said a lot, but he kind of summed it up with people will take Kartra seriously when people see that Kartra is able to help them, like ClickFunnels does. And after the first Kartra convention, sales will boom. The all-in-one of Kartra should win. ClickFunnels requires active campaign. Okay. Anyway, so I just want to say, Gregory, you may be right, but I want to respond to something you said earlier. You said, I agree Kartra has better features, but that's not enough. And I just want to say it's enough for me. And if it's enough for me, it's enough for others. It might not be enough for the larger part of the market, is your point. But my point is, as it attracts more people like me who know how to create funnels and are excited to become part of the vision, and we create funnels for other affiliates to use that make them money, I believe that we have a different situation than you're foreseeing. We could ask Jenny, are there plans to have Kartra conventions and to create like any kind of
like reward system, or
like this community touchy-feely thing that ClickFunnels has created so well? Is that in the plans at all, or not necessarily at this point? Like personally, I don't need that, but I think that's what Gregory's getting at.
Some of them have spoke up, so I know that we're in discussion. I don't know how far along down the road it's going to be, but I know it's in discussion and it's up for discussion. So
okay. And Gregory wrote, it's more than enough for you and me as users, but I meant for promo. And Gregory, no, I mean for promo. Like I'm a promoter.
Yeah,
that's why I'm here. I mean, I want to get this thing blowing up, and it will take time. You got to remember that Kartra's 14 months old, ClickFunnels 5 years old. But no, I'm here. When I say that it's enough for me, I mean as a promoter. I'm not excited about joining ClickFunnels at all. And I'm not
because the culture.
And I'm not excited about using Russell's funnels. I don't like the funnels. I would never promote those funnels. Mm-hmm. Or if I do, it'd be at the tail end of my list. Like I'm not proud to promote them. It messes up my brand, my image. I wouldn't touch them up close. They'd be something like I bury at the end of my list, the very last thing. Kartra allows me to create through the marketplace, create my own funnels and help bring, and have other affiliates promote that, which would sell some of my other products while I'm helping them make money. Like that's much more exciting to me. And I'm saying that I don't think I'm going to be alone in that. I might be one of the first super affiliates that want to do that, but I won't be the last.
Yeah, I've checked out some of the energy of the people from Kartra, and in my opinion, I feel like we're more introverted than ClickFunnels audience or promoter base. Like I feel like a lot of the people I've spoken to, are more, they like to build, they like to go in there, they like to tinker around, they like to create, they like to help, they like to serve. Whereas ClickFunnels is just like, I don't really know, just give me the money, like whatever, just throw me a funnel, like whatever,
Yeah, it's sizzly short term. I don't know about long term in the marketplace. Lucas says, my 2 cents for potential upsells accompanying Kartra membership. So that, this is what we're talking about. This kind of conversation that's really cool. I want to continue, Lucas, in the group. Specialized courses and products for the most popular niches. For example, consultants, book authors, marketing agency owners, gym owners, educators, exactly. There could be celebrities or highly successful users providing the info. That's exactly it. And basically, you guys all have the opportunity here to play the role that Russell does for ClickFunnels and help Kartra capture part of the market share. And in so doing, you can build in some of your own products into those funnels that other people will be promoting for them to get affiliate commissions and be selling your products. It's ingenious. The marketplace concept is absolutely ingenious. And so, all of those ideas are right in alignment.
I think the issue is because Layla sounds a lot like me. She goes, I'd rather be more me than copying someone else. And that's, Mike and I have generated success by being totally bold and edgy with who we are versus like anybody else. So we stand out because of that versus being loud. And so when we look at ClickFunnels Russell, it's like he stands out because he's loud versus being you and being bold and being edgy and unique, which stands out as well, but it's a different edge of the spectrum. And so maybe what you guys can just think about as we go through the rest of the week, and then before, when we meet again, Mike, if we're going to schedule another time to meet, maybe what we try to think about is creating like you said, like a structure for a funnel that everybody can come into and then provide, their own unique take on it, whether it's a video or bonuses or some kind of like visual component, so that they feel like they have some kind of structure for an affiliate, inroad.
Well, it almost sounds like you're suggesting that we work on a single funnel together. I mean, that sounds it sounds like a beautiful idea, but I don't know if that would be easy to actually manage.
So are you asking, if there's somebody who wants to build one, or are you asking?
I'm encouraging people to start thinking about building funnels and seeing the pie in front of them, because I know that a lot of people might be new to this process and didn't really see the pie, and others might have kind of seen it, but they were wondering why others weren't maybe jumping into the pie and thought maybe there was something they didn't know that was keeping them from doing it. I'm saying, yeah, there's definitely a huge opportunity here, guys. It's enormous. You got to remember, Kartra's very young. Their focus has been on developing the technology. They had to create a better technology. There was no way that they were going to be able to penetrate the market if they didn't create a better technology. Andy Jenkins is crazy, man. Like, he was the first one 15 years ago. He was the first one that got me into all this. Like, I did some online stuff, but StomperNet, a lot of you might know StomperNet. I was like 15 years ago or something. That's where I got my big education on like social media marketing and stuff. And I basically just took everything he taught me and turned it around and started teaching people that were at a lower like speed of learning level, like people more like me. Like, I worked my butt off to keep up with Andy Jenkins and everything he was teaching in that. And then I made it more digestible for a market of people that couldn't have understood StomperNet. And I got to 7 figures just doing that. And created a membership site and affiliates that promoted it. But my point is, he's an absolute genius. He created, Webinar Jam. Obviously it's very evergreen. He approaches things from a very evergreen perspective. He had to come into the market, is my point, creating a better technology. That was no easy feat. I got my butt kicked trying to do that. I spent years trying to develop something like Kartra. And after millions and millions spent and years into it, I had to throw in the towel. But he succeeded. That was the first step. But they're only 14 months old, and that was the first step. They've beaten ClickFunnels on the technology. I'm just saying there's this huge opportunity in front of you. To answer your question, Robin, yeah, I'm just encouraging people to first to show them that there's this big pie there. It's huge and it's growing every day. The opportunity is going to continue to grow. The market's going to continue to grow. But on top of that, just to make sure people know that, hey, you're not alone. Like, we're going to continue like this support network. If you're fairly new to these ideas, we're going to continue to have this discussion and create more structure to this. I just wanted to open up the conversation and kind of hear where you guys are at and what you guys are all about. And I think there's a lot of people here that have a lot to contribute to the discussion, and just having that support network. I think we can create the culture. Like, Jennifer's made it really clear. They're here to support us. They're here to develop this part out. Again, they're only a little over a year old, but the emphasis being on the technology. Now they want to shift into supporting more of the affiliate process. It's going to take time. But in the meantime, we've got the marketplace. We've got each other. We've got amazing technology. We can all create funnels. We can all create the culture for Kartra, like we're as a community. So that's what I'm encouraging, and certainly what I'm going to be doing. There's just so much room for it. I've got a whole bunch, some of you might be wondering what's my motivation. I've got so many JV partners, people who are JV partners with Kartra, and I want them to have, a massive number of funnels to be able to choose from to promote, to be part of this growing of Kartra. So I would love to see you guys creating funnels that are making you money, and that my JV partners can promote to help them make money and to bring more people into Kartra. Obviously, that's in my referral network. So anyway, that's what this is all about. So we're going to continue the conversation in another Facebook group. We can still hang out here a little bit longer, I think. Martin says, that's a great vision. Awesome, Martin. Yeah, I'd love to, you know, I'm a long-term planner. I'm a long-term thinker. And I take action. I take massive action. And my hope is to attract at least a few of those. If not, I know that, you know, as time goes on and you see me doing it, what we're talking about, it's going to inspire more of you. And I also, because of this call and our follow-ups that we have, I think more of you are going to understand what I'm doing. Like when you see me do, you know, making a funnel or talking about different things, like you'll understand the context of it and you'll be able to borrow from it and apply it, because you'll understand like what's going on, at least with my work a little bit more, and be able to model it and use it. I think the market's so huge, we don't have to be competitive with each other. I know a lot of times people talk about that and, you know, they really do feel competitive, but the market truly is so huge here. We can put that aside and, you know, and really just kind of collaborate and work together to help put Kartra on the map.
And a lot of you who want to put your own unique take in the marketing, you want to think about what you could offer for bonuses and what you could offer that's unique to you or to a niche that you like to reach, or to people, audiences that you know are attracted to what you have to say, or, you know, people who really resonate with you and the vibe that you bring. So, you know, think about that rather than maybe getting overwhelmed at like, oh my gosh, how do I speak to everybody? You know, I think part of this is some of you.
Well, let me give you an example, guys. I made a 7-figure plus income in a very short period of time teaching what I learned at StomperNet, which Angie Jenkins had created and Frank Kern had helped like write the sales letter for. It's really funny because I come back full circle and partnering with them now. It cracks me up. But I over a 7-figure income in a really short period of time back in 2006, 2007, speaking to what Robin just said, to a very small audience, like a very niche audience. Like my audience was only people who bought a particular ebook from somebody else. Like listen to that. Like my audience at that time was only a group of people who bought one ebook from one person. That was my audience. And I built a 7-figure business out of it. I later expanded it to another person's ebook audience. I just helped them because I knew they were reading an ebook that was telling them what they were supposed to do, but they didn't know how to do it. And so I knew there was this huge audience of people that were being educated about, you know, something that they didn't know how to implement. So I just targeted them. Like you can create, there's so many possible ways to create funnel inroads that niche down. And a lot of people think, well, by focusing and niching down like that they're not going to reach enough people, but it actually allows you to really reach those people so well that, you know, you can get 1,000 people, you know, in.
And then it gives you the cash flow to reach more audiences and spend more time building skills and connecting and communicating better. And then you get better on video, you get better with your offers, you create more expensive.
Exactly. Gonzalez says, we could build funnels in teams where people contribute what they're great at. For instance, I am great at doing the back end, anything inside Kartra, automation sequences. Who would benefit from someone who is great at copywriting or making video, for instance? You know, that's a beautiful truth right there. Absolutely. You know, and that's the kind of stuff that I didn't really think of that I know will come out of this kind of collaboration together. Like that's a fantastic point. And that's absolutely true. There's some people here that are really good at the back end stuff, but the idea of being in front, like they're just not going to do it, or they don't want to do it, or they don't feel like that's where they're strong, or they're not motivated to do it. But there'll be other people like they can't stand the technology side, but they absolutely love being out in front. And so by partnering up, you know, you could put together one heck of a team. So absolutely, that's a great point, and you definitely should follow up on that, and maybe inside that other group, we can help kind of hook people up, you know, with in teams to work on this together. A lot of you probably heard of Think and Grow Rich, a book that was written many decades ago by Napoleon Hill. You know, that taught, he went out and studied hundreds and hundreds of the most successful people at the time, presidents and people who led the Industrial Revolution, Andrew Carnegie, you name it, the Wright brothers and Thomas Edison and Henry Ford, and some of the people maybe not likable characters, but nonetheless people that were really good at making their ideas and their plans a reality. And one of the things that he taught was the power of a mastermind group. So someone was kind of asking, understandably, like, what are we really doing here? Well, it really is the beginnings of the makings of a mastermind group. And maybe we'll break off into lots of different mastermind groups. Maybe we'll be like one main one and there'll be lots of little side ones. I don't know, but it really is the beginning of that process. But you don't just force a mastermind group alliance together. It has to like kind of evolve so that the right people are involved, and you're not forcing, people to work together that would have otherwise personality conflicts and stuff like that. Like, it has to be a natural, organic thing. So this is just the beginning of that process, and people can benefit from it from afar, or they can end up over time by being involved, being kind of on the inner circle just through the nature of things. Either or is cool. But that was a great idea, Gonzalo. Fantastic idea. And just looking through people's comments here, there's quite a few. You guys are doing awesome with these ideas. And someone said, you could create a mastermind group and we could charge for it. Yeah, absolutely. That's a possibility. I hadn't thought about that, but it's not something I want to rush into just because I have so many irons in the fire. But and when you start charging, you've got to fulfill what you've promised. And so, but certainly could morph into something like that. For now, I think we just continue the conversation in that group. What's it called again? The name of that other Facebook group that we're going to continue this discussion in? Robin, what's that other group called?
It'll be Genesis Digital, where all of the products that Genesis offers, Webinar Jam, and
awesome. So I'll make a post in there, and you guys will need to find it. I could send out an email to those of you who'd registered for this call, and give you a link to that. Thanks, Pat just shared it again. So it's right there in your chat group, guys. Pat had just shared it, so that's awesome. So we'll continue the conversation there. Again, we don't have to close up just yet here. I'm just trying to catch everyone's notes and messages. Sorry if I've missed yours. And based on kind of how this went, we'll decide how to keep structuring these and so forth. This has been really helpful for me in knowing how to keep formulating this. I hope it was helpful for you guys. Someone said Genesis should be Kartra. Kartra needs to be set apart. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's called Genesis. Maybe I'll learn that in time. But for now, we'll go there, being that that's where Kartra's affiliate group is.
Genesis Digital is just the name of the company. So what I'm working on is to create a different border and a different header and a different name. So
gotcha.
So don't panic on me when it does change, guys.
Okay, so they're changing that. So guys, I think something that I really want to underscore is Kartra's very, very young. Like, there's a huge difference between a 5-year-old company and a 14-month-year-old company. And again, when you realize that they put their emphasis on making the technology better, and that's no small thing, and not on the hype, you start to see a brilliant plan unfold that, again, we get to be a part of. So, don't judge all the marketing and the affiliate branding and all of that by where it's at right now. I mean, it's brand new. Like, understand that I'm excited that it's not further along in the regards that some of you are wishing it was, because that's what provides the opportunity, you see. But again, I'm an affiliate. I've made multiple 7 figures over the years just from affiliate marketing. And so I'm looking at this very differently. And I guess I just want to impart a little bit of that to you guys, that like, it's actually very exciting that we have such a powerful technology. Somebody like Andy Jenkins, that's been around a very long time, that clearly puts together evergreen products that are very well thought out and solid. And we have this huge potential for growth, and we get to, like, we're being trusted to do that. We're being empowered to do that. It's massive. Again, each and every one of you here could easily create a 6-figure recurring income with Kartra commissions. On top of that, if you did create some funnels, you could put your own products in there within that. It's just really, really big. So we'll continue the conversation for those this is new for, but it's definitely everything that I'm kind of hearing that is like a negative. You got to realize it's actually a positive. In fact, that was another thing that Napoleon taught. In every adversity, there's a seed for an equal or greater benefit. What he's saying is, like, if Henry Ford said it this way, a lot of people don't recognize opportunity because it shows up in overalls and work gloves. Like, everything that, like, there's been some concerns shared today, and I'm glad, like, don't get me wrong, but I just want to really emphasize, like, that's why I'm excited to be here. Like, we've got this really solid, like, everyone agrees we've got the best technology. It's a brand new company. We've got an amazing affiliate opportunity, and we get to create funnels to help grow it. It's like really, really cool.
And for those who don't want to show up being a lemming, a copycat version of someone else, you know, having Genesis Digital as the front runner and not, you know, some talking head, it's an advantage to you to show up and put your strengths forward and put your voice forward. So that, as Mike's saying, it gives you the opportunity to shine.
So, you know, so Gregory says, you know, Mike, we shouldn't be leaning on Kartra as young. Instead, Kartra should be telling us how much exciting stuff is coming along, and it's going to be big. Affiliates need this. Like, Kartra could preach the opportunity, show a roadmap. I hear you, Gregory, but, you know, I don't see it that way. Like, I see more than enough here, you know, to run with. I hear you, and we all have our different perspectives. I see it very, very differently. But I appreciate, you know, your perspective. Pat had written, would like to see these from Kartra, 90-day. Okay, so, you know, I guess, you know, Jennifer had left her email address. Did you see that, Pat? I think what she was suggesting is, like, you could send those kinds of suggestions into that email address, just to make sure, you know, she sees that. And Jennifer, I was kind of surprised that you did that. I mean, it just shows how, you know, how open and available you make yourself for this stuff. It's awesome. But
well, and yesterday Jenny did say that the higher management, upper management wants to hear from us. So
I just wanted to point out, Jennifer left her email in this chat box. You all have it. I think it's crazy, but it's awesome. and that's what she's here for. And it's just really, really cool. It just shows her commitment and their commitment to you guys. But yeah, so Pat, go ahead and send those suggestions off to her so she can review those. Like they're taking all of this in, guys, and moving it forward. That's why I'm jumping in. Like, I'm seeing all the signs that this is going to the moon, and I want to be a part of it.
Yeah, with all of the suggestions, it may not happen within the next 20 or 30 days, but
right.
Along the lines, it's going to happen, you know, and we take every suggestion, like, literally, and we discuss it. So we want to make sure that your voice is heard completely.
And Gregory wrote something. I want to address this. He said, none of us can be as famous as a personality as what Kartra could sponsor. Jennifer is very responsive and helpful. So to what Gregory's saying about none of us can be as famous as a personality as what Kartra could sponsor, that may be true, but understand, guys, that if you take a leadership role in this process, even a little bit, you're positioning yourself to be featured one way or another in the future. It might be 2 years from now, it might be 6 months from now, it might be 3 years from now. But that's just the way it works. So, you know, again, I approach this from a completely different perspective. When you contribute value to an organization, a group of people, the development of a vision, it comes back to you 1,000-fold. I mean, I know that, you know, that it's hard sometimes to see how all that works and lines up, but I've experienced it so many times. It's always a little bit different in exactly how it plays out. But when you contribute value to something that's going to the moon, and you know it's going to the moon, when, you know, at the end of the day, when everyone's like applauding people who went to the moon, like, you're standing there in the pictures. Like, you're involved. It's just the way it works. So keep that in mind. I mean, it's just the way it always works.
And it's about trial and error. I mean, you never know what's going to work until you test something. And you don't, I mean, I heard a video of Russell Brunson saying the other day, he said they had like 30 campaigns running for one of their clients, and the best one cost like 12 cents a lead that they were surprised even worked the best. They were going to turn it off, and it ended up working really well because they just kept testing all these different avenues and images and text and copy. And you know, it's just really about testing and being, you know, taking that initiative to try something different. So,
Vincent, I just wanted to acknowledge you. I was reading your posts, and that's awesome. And I look forward to you getting started with Kartra and working with you. Absolutely. I think, I don't know if we've missed any or not. If we did, I apologize, guys. And if there was a question or something that you shared that we didn't address or bring up, please post it in the group. We'll start to get traction in there. I'm going to be a little hands off with this over the next, week or so. I'll touch base with you guys and clearly and move us forward and start to bring more structure to what we talked about today. But I'll be a little hands off with this because we're in the middle of launching some funnels and getting some things going. So we'll have to focus on that. But we'll continue this. So if we missed something from you today, because there's a lot of posts and I'm looking through them, and there were a lot of things that we did discuss that I would love to see you, once we get in that other group, we'll create some kind of structure there. Remember what you said that we had mentioned was valuable. And if there was something you said that we didn't bring up, please copy it or save it and re-bring it up so that we can address it and bring it into the discussion. Mike had said, does anyone have a done for you campaign that helps promote Kartra's affiliate program? I mean, again, we've built one for our team, but it's not really built in a way that just anyone can use it. Because when we started building it, we didn't have that in mind, but we do plan to build one like that, Mike. And what I'm inviting others to do is I'm creating competition for myself, by sharing my ideas today and saying, hey, I would love to see others create different types of funnels. For example, one that helps promote Kartra's affiliate program. Because again, I'm going to have a growing number of JV partners and I want them to have as many options as possible. And each of you, could do something like that or start thinking about something like that. But yeah, I will create one like that, and I hope others do too. A funnel that I'm going to build a funnel. I was going to do this anyway, but a funnel that even before I thought about the marketplace or knew what Kartra had, all these opportunities Kartra had for us. But just for my own team, I was going to create a funnel that they could refer people to, and we were going to target ClickFunnels. Like we'll literally target ClickFunnels and say, hey, you probably heard about Kartra. Now find out what it's all about. And we'll have different lead capture page messages and test which one does better. And absolutely. And have follow-up messages and videos that go out that really help people understand, show behind the scenes stuff of what we can do with Kartra that I know you can't with ClickFunnels. And that's going to be just one of the many funnels that we have. And again, I encourage everyone to start playing around with ideas of developing things like that because when one person makes a funnel, it might look like the same topic to an outsider as when someone else makes a funnel along the same lines. But actually, because of your personality and stuff and the way you communicate things, you end up attracting a different audience. Russell's a perfect example. Like I'm not really drawn to anything that Russell creates, even though I like the guy and stuff. Just for whatever reason, I just don't do it. Just can't get into his content. And then other people obviously can. So if you and I both created a funnel that promoted Kartra's affiliate program, I assure you there'll be different people drawn to both of them. It's the beauty of it. Okay, guys, well, let's go ahead and wrap up. And if I missed anything you said, please copy it and save it, and let's continue the conversation. We're going to be meeting over in I think it's called Genesis Group, which will be rebranded for the Kartra affiliate group here soon. I'm just really, really excited to be here. I feel very early with a company that already has so much in place that it's obvious where they're going. That's a really unique opportunity, and they offer an incredible affiliate commission program. So if you guys are new to this stuff, I encourage you to hang out and just kind of, through osmosis, just pick up on stuff here and there. And as more opportunities are kind of created out of all of this, you'll be there to jump on them. And then for those of you that are in a position to create funnels, let's definitely collaborate and support one another with ideas or developing things, or as someone had said, maybe team up with people that have different strengths and just start plugging away at creating these funnels and take full advantage of this opportunity that's in front of us. I'm really excited about it. Thanks, guys, for your input. And I'll send out an email in a day or two and just kind of summarize and put structure to this. And then we can move the conversation over to that other group, and we'll continue it from there. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate you. Appreciate you, Jennifer. Really, really fun working with you, and looking forward to more of it. And just looking forward to working with each and every one of you that want to be a part of this long term. All right, everybody. We'll see you soon. I'll send out a replay of this in the next day or two. Bye-bye, everybody.